I a magpie that only likes shimmery things? Yes. Do I also have good taste in said shimmery things? Again, yes. Was Looxi worth my money? Well, watch the video, find out. Hello beautiful people, hi, my name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity and I'm really feeling this witchy aesthetic I have going on. You know, most of the time I identify as a hedge witch aesthetic sort of person, but right now I'm dark and moody and I want to talk about some sparkle dust. So let's get to it. I've actually taken my time enjoying these items that I got from Looxi, and these are all shimmer shadows, which I put in this a pretty reflective, ooh, shiny kind of palette I have going on here. These are the shades that I got. Let me show you them nice and swatched properly. The first is a Bougee, which is a copper to yellow duochrome, Foxy Lady, silver to purple, and Hyjinx, a green on a darker base. Next, we have Platinum Pink, which is a platinum pink, Flower Child, which is pink to green, Tesla, which is a colder pink to a turquoise greenish shift. Then we have Banshee, which is a purple on a darkened plum base, Midnight Blue on a dark base, and Noir, which is a blue to a turquoise greenish shift. Now, if you're curious about this oil slick slash bruise type of look, then keep on watching because I've got a step-by-step coming out right up for you guys. So I just got myself a new ring light and boy, this thing is literally brighter than my future. And I should probably set it up on something, but I just have like this big circle, a halo of light right now and not like a pole to put it on. So we are going to improvise. Excuse you. Thank you. As you may have noticed, I do not have any mattes because I didn't feel that any of their mattes called to me. When I buy singles, I usually buy shimmers because my magpie brain just wants the shiny to bring home and build a nest with, you know what I'm saying? So you know what, I'm going to do an all shimmer look. Because on this channel we are rebels, we do what we want, and what's gonna happen if I do an all shimmer look? Is the YouTube makeup police gonna come and arrest me? No, so we are gonna do this. To start by adding the shade Banshee with a fluffy brush in the crease. I'm thinking of maybe going for a halo eye, and this shade, like I don't think it performs as well as the others. It's like when I apply it all over the lid, it takes a couple of layers to reach full opacity. And it does tend to get a bit patchy when I try to make it reach full opacity. So seeing as it does not want to live up to its potential as a shimmer, we are going to make it a crease shade. Oh, it looks kind of pretty. It looks a bit opalescent to blend it out like this. You know, I feel like I got punched in the face at training, but like glamorously. Like the punching glove had glitter on it and it turned me into just a battle fairy of some sort. I really like the vibes, but it does look a tiny bit like a shiny bruise at this moment. But don't worry, there are no mistakes, there are only happy accidents, and this time it wasn't even an accident. I meant it for it to look like that. Going to grab a flat brush and add the shade Noir in the outer and inner corner of my lids. Holy shit. This is pigmented. I should have known better. I've used this shade before, but I've used it with my finger, and with the finger they always turn out more pigmented. So I was like, well, it can't get even more pigmented if I use it with a brush. I was wrong. If you can see it on camera, but this is so beautiful and luminous and unblended, but we're gonna fix that. Give me a bit of time. We're gonna fix that somehow, eventually, maybe, hopefully we are. Okay, let's grab the brush that I used earlier, grab a bit of Banshee and try to blend out this disaster, 'cause I done fucked up. This looks more and more like a bruise as the time goes by. Will it be my new aesthetic? We never know. Okay, I feel this looks a bit more blended out now, and we are going to proceed with caution this time. A smaller flat brush taking the shade Midnight and deepening out that inner corner. This shade, just as I mentioned, it's very soft. Picks up very easily on the brush. Could probably have some fallout if used in excessive quantities, but truly, is blue shadow ever used in excessive quantities? I don't think you can have enough, personally. Oh my god, I'm trying to keep my eyes open and they burn with the light. Also, wow, this light is making my eyes look super hazel, so I love it already. With a flat brush, I'm taking the shade Foxy Lady and adding it to the center of the lid and a bit more in the inner corner of the eye. Ooh, shiny. This is the final look. I hope you guys like this. It still looks like a bruise, but I am kinda digging it. No lie, I'm kinda digging it. I kinda like it. So basically I did an order from Looxi because Angelica Nyquist, I believe at a certain point in time, did a video about her singles, and maybe she swatched a couple of Looxi shadows. I have no idea. Thing is, it's totally a YouTube made me buy it sort of situation, which played out in my favor because all of these are actually incredible quality. They are amazingly good, with a couple of caveats, because of course you can't have anything that's good across the board. That would be an impossibility. That would be perfection. So that's not gonna happen, or at least that's what my therapist tells me regarding to my paralyzing perfectionism that stops me from living a fulfilling life. But yeah, at least that's what she tells me. Perfect cannot be a thing. So let's talk about how these shadows are great but not perfect. So first and foremost, for almost all of them, pigmentation across the board. They apply beautifully with either a finger or a brush. I sometimes find that you don't even need to foil them or spritz them. What you see in the pan is essentially what you get, with the exception of Banshee. This little dude over here, which is a purple, like a black currant type of color with a darker base. This does not work well at all as an all over the lid shade. So when I want to apply it all over the lid, it needs several layers. It's a bit sheer. If you build it up, it tends to be a bit patchy. However, when used to deepen out other shades or used sparingly in tiny areas, it works great. However, if you want to make that the focal point of your look, you are not gonna have a good time at all with it. Another problem that I find these have, but not so much a problem, at least in my book, because I don't give a fuck, is that they start creasing and showing signs of wear after 5 to 6 hours across the board. And I find the biggest culprits of these to be Platinum Pink, Tesla, Bougee, and Flower Child. These after like 5 or 6 hours of wear, they start to crease, they start to look a little worn in. For me, isn't an issue because, as you can see, I have got what we Romanians like to call, not sure if that's what you call them in other countries as well, basically jar bottom type of glasses, which means that my lenses are quite thick. Now, what does this type of thickness means is that I could come up with unblended shit at work and nobody would notice. Like, they would notice the general idea of the colors, but still, because I have such big myopia and such a big prescription, I can get away with a lot of things, including creased shadow, because when I blink, ain't nobody seeing it behind these lenses. I personally don't care. I actually kind of like the look of worn in shadow, kind of, it to me it feels loved and cozy for some reason. I like looking at worn things. But if for you it's an issue, you don't want your makeup to look worn at all during the day, if you work long shifts or long hours and you want your makeup to look perfect from start to finish, these shades aren't going to be for you. Not sure if this is across the board because, as you can see, I did not like buy the whole lineup of Looxi shimmers. No matter how much I wanted it, my wallet at a certain point was like, stop it. So yes, not sure if this is across the board. This is just something that I have noticed. Just as a general note, I was speaking with my friend Miriam, and she was telling me that she doesn't have the same issue with Looxi shadows, that for her staying time is pretty okay, pretty standard, and she doesn't have any issues after 5 or 6 hours like I do. So it just might be my skin's pH reacting to the formula in the shadows. Be wary of that. Your mileage may vary. You may have the same experience as me or not. But aside from that, I feel that these shades blend and perform and apply absolutely beautiful, with the exception of a Banshee, as I mentioned before. I don't think this is an issue with their darker shades because the dark blue Midnight I do not feel has this issue. It just might be because Banshee is a purple and purples are the devil when it comes to getting formulated, or at least that's what I've heard. I'm no makeup chemist. Let's talk international shipping. So some of you may know, some of you may not. I am a Romanian, which, if you ever want to picture Romania, picture your most typical, stereotypical Eastern European country riddled with corruption, and you've got us. We've got pretty landscapes though, so we've got that going on for us. But anyway, shipping price was pretty standard. From what I've seen, most US indie brands charge $13 to $15 shipping. That was pretty standard. I kind of accept it as a given of living in partially the butthole of Europe. It is what it is. As far as, you know, actually the actual shipping time, almost a month and a half, which is not unusual. It's just annoying, and it's not the brand's fault in any way, because it's not like they sent it to me via carrier pigeon, and it's not like the owner herself can like teleport and give me my shadows. So I don't want you guys to feel that I am blaming the brand in any way. It's just the pitfalls of, as I said, not living in the US. So overall, I've had a pretty good experience with shipping and customer service. I ordered and it took like 2 weeks to get my order started. I believe that at the time they have had an issue with the shipping of some supplies, and they did say that on the site. They said that the processing time was going to be, I don't know, up until 7 days or a week and a half or something like that. So that time passed and I was like, hi guys, look, I don't want to be a bother. I don't care if you guys take longer. I just want to know so I don't get worried, because as I said, international shipping, and I just want to make sure that the package is either at your place or in transit and not lost somewhere along the way. And they were very prompt. I got a reply within the hour. They updated me, they re-explained the situation, and the second day after my email I got my order shipped. So honestly, overall, a really good experience with the brand. Great shipping, great customer service. Okay guys, so basically these were my impressions on Looxi Beauty shimmers. As I said, no mattes. I like the shiny. I like the glow. I'll probably order some mattes next time, or maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know who I am. Does anybody actually know who we are? Whatever. Like, I sometimes think that some of y'all did not ever have an existential crisis where you seriously pondered if you're living in a simulation or if you're just a brain in a vat and it shows. But regardless of that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever it is where you're from. Bye.